EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Willis out of the gun. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Willis. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turned it into a short gain.
Here's Willis. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Following the fumble recovery, McCarthy. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Here's Willis. Flushed out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Willis. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope it didn't come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Back to throw, Willis. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Willis. Out left to Dotson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jahan Dotson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Seven nothing is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. You talk about this Jets defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Hall. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third and 5. Back to throw, Willis. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Willis looking to throw it.
Flush to his right.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Flushed out right. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. Following the fumble recovery, Willis escaping the pressure right.
Complete, it's Dodson.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football.
And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams. Using force, right? Beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Okay, I'm gonna take control now. I'm tired of this.
Their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. On the move to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
No, I'm trying to get this game done before the Ducks game.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Willis will look to throw it. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw, here's Willis. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the
When Hall started fumbling.
add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Yes, it makes sense.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive
Doesn't really matter what I do on offense because his offense cannot hold a block longer than 1 second.
Sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Hit as he throws there in.
Let's go.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
I'm playing so stupid right now on offense. I need to get it under control.
Here's McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Oh!
Third time thus far. It's Sidney Brown with it, and the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Okay, it's been a rough half. Do you want to smoke?
That he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Willis looks to pass it here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's
Figured.
at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long.
Bro, you can't get one drive on offense.
Trying to take their shot right there. Usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now a timeout.
I did it because it was almost halftime. I wasn't just throwing crazy shit to throw crazy shit.
Receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize
guys in trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
To the air with McCarthy. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down.
I've made a couple bad throws, yes.
Return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they get this one to about the 20-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Back to throw. McCarthy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. We are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 33, here's second down and 7. Willis. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Vikings after him.
Hey.
For the sack. They push him back 8 yards.
You know why I can't run? Because of that.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Like,
yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. That throw right on the money from the quarterback from Michigan. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him
That's
going.
weird.
Such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
3 points are huge.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll send the tight end in motion left. McCarthy operating from the gun. That's to the left side where he's got Naylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's taking off this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to throw now on first down.
What? Are you serious? It was in my hands. Fucking bullshit.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work.
That makes no sense.
Backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Fuck this game.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Travis Etienne, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have scored again in this third quarter. This time, the move out in front. Going after right down the middle. That makes it a 17-10 score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's 2nd and 3. Paul again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Willis looking to throw it. Buying time to his left. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Welcome back now here in London. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Willis. Flush to his right. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention. Because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space. And he found the right spot for the completion.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A give running right is Hall. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Willis looking to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Brees Hall, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Willis will try and throw for this. Flushed out right. That's caught. But he will not get in. The defense stands tall, and they will hold on to their one-point lead. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. A field goal
Yes!
for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Oh.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
But I thought I suck.
This carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
You can't seem to stop it.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9. Here's Willis. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Willis. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
This is 2nd and 8. Throwing is McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. Now he's free at the 35. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Naylor, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
No. I wouldn't be bitching.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. McCarthy going to look to throw for it. He's got it. And they will not go quietly as we are back to a 2-score game.
I'm not that worried.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Willis. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Willis to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Now Willis. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now 1st and goal. Here's Willis. Rolling to his left. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Looking inside.
Are you a dumbass, Wilson?
For him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes
wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Willis back to throw it.
Steps away. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. Willis to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Willis.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
He'll let this go for Adams. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
I'm glad you got the win, man.
Now somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. They were trailing in the mission to come out there in the big 2nd half. And that gets them to the victory.
Trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments.
With how much you were bitching. Oh, please.
And they did that in the 2nd half, and that led them to victory.
Enjoy
So for
watching me
Minnesota, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1.
when I
And
make
now
it
it's off to
farther than the
Heathrow as they
playoff.
get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Bro, you're talking to the person who made the Super Bowl and almost beat the Packers, the guy who blew you out. Show me some damn respect. You were getting beat by 30. It looked like me against the Patriots. I run this division until further notice. You get a 5-point win and you think your shit don't stink. I'm glad that you think so highly of me that you get a 5-point win over me and you suddenly think you're the best in the league or something. There was bullshit for both sides. You couldn't blow me out in any game ever. What's going on? You got a better chance than the Vikings, I'll give you that. There's only the one that was denied yesterday.